Peace, this Monroe Jr. I'll be giving my commentary right after this video. Peace.
Niggas pulled up and did what? Did what? Walk around Philly like this. Walk around Philly like this. Niggas pulled up and did what? Niggas pulled up and did what?
Peace. So, Rich the Kid, and I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself. This is Monroe Jr. Rich the Kid, you know, our brother, he was basically just showing, you know, how he was unfazed by the attack by Lil Uzi Vert's crew. And I haven't seen the video, the actual attack. Let me just say this, brothers. You know, Rich the Kid, Lil Uzi Vert, all of these brothers, a lot of us come from the struggle. I understand, you know, the brothers trying to get their money. They might even be fake plexing, but you know, evidently, once we start to see the fisticuffs getting hands put on people, then it's becoming a reality. And that's, brother, that's what we don't want, man. It's for bloodshed to occur in our communities. You know, Rich the Kid, he has a few bangers I like. Uzi Vert, I personally haven't really got into his music, but brothers, you have hundreds of thousands of young people following you, admiring you, imitating you. We have to be more responsible with our platforms, man. And then again, you have the enemy who also wants to take your money, get that money that you're amassing through mixtapes, through tours, through digital download, through sales. They want all of that back, brothers. And I talk about the current issues and topics that are relatable to our young people, because once they click on it, I want to be that voice of guidance, I want to be in the space with brothers like DJ Academics that are very relevant when it comes to what the youngsters in the street are clicking on, what they're listening to, what topics and artists have their appeal, have their ear and their eye. So if they click on my video, there's a chance I might be able to give a word of guidance or inspiration to these young brothers. Let me just say this, brothers. Being hard, flexing, does not make you a man. Beating up on your brother doesn't show the greatest manifestation of God in you. That's actually the lowest, one of the lowest manifestations of God in us, when we have to physically aggress our brother. It's actually intellectually, mentally, psychologically on the level of an animal or a beast, because they act off of instinct and appetite. So now in our communities, in the hood, we have the appetite to feed on one another instead of feeding off one another intellectually, instead of feeding off one another mentally, morally. Brothers, we're all coming out of the struggle, yes, but we have an enemy that loves to exalt a few of us out of the struggle, while the masses of us hurt. And we yearn to manifest the God in us. See, brother, you are a God. Sister, you are a female God. And God only means force and power. But a lot of times we don't have the proper channels or avenues to manifest that God force in us. And I hate brothers like Rich the Kid have to go through this. We shouldn't have to beat up on each other. And I understand that we have to release that tension of being in a world, in a society where we are not always allowed to manifest our full potential. But let me say this, brother. Most of us have iPhones or Androids. Brother, with just a cell phone alone, you can create music. Brother Ben, he creates, look this brother up, he's phenomenal. He creates music from his cell phone. You can record videos from your cell phone. You can become your own social media entity. You can create your own Twitter, your own YouTube. Now it takes time with YouTube to create a following. It takes time for you to start earning revenue because you have to have 1,000 subscribers. But these are just ideas. I'm saying that we have to be creative. Yes, it's hard. It's hard. You know, God, our creator, wanted it to be hard. He didn't want it to be easy because it wasn't easy getting here. As taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, say, we out of those billions of sperm cells, it was our single cell that made it to that egg. So you overcame the first stage of difficulty before you even came into this life. Those other millions cells wanted to come into this life, but they didn't make it. So I just want you to know that each one of y'all are great or valuable. You don't have to look down on your brother or sister. You don't have to beat up on your brother or sister. No. Once we learn to see each other as an extension of ourselves, then we will place more value on each other. And we should never allow jealousy or envy to drive us. See, because they are like drivers. Once the ego, jealousy, envy, pride, lust, greed, once it becomes overinflated in us, then the desire feeds our will to hurt our brother, to murder our brother, to slander our brother, to gossip about our brothers and sisters. That's manifesting the God in them. The only time that, as taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that we become full of resentment and hate is because we have not discovered our own natural gifts, skills and talents that the Creator has endowed in us. It's in you, brothers and sisters. What do you love to do? What do you do best? As taught by the minister, that's your gift. That's your talent. That's most likely is the purpose why you were brought on this planet. Some have the gift of speech. Some have the gift of poetry. Some are artistic. Some can dance. I mean, some are just intellectually smart, book smart, can memorize from A to Z, just memory game on fleek. But what I'm saying, family, is we all have gifts, skills, and talents. So once you see your brother or sister manifesting their gifts, skills, and talents, don't be mad, be glad, don't hate, elevate. And then we will never find ourselves in situations where we have altercations with brothers like Lil Uzi Vert and Rich the Kid, because they like, yo, say, bro, what you did, that was phenomenal. I like that. Let's get together and let's build. Like Kanye said, he don't have time to give rise to what's going on with Pusha T and Drake. Kanye was like, this is dead with me. Say, I'm about building. We got to be about building and not destroying one another. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.